you're used to seeing us at church, but at the moment we are not allowed to meet yet. So Sam and I are going to record some videos for you to watch at home with your families. We're going to sing some songs, read some stories, make some things and say some prayers together. And this is our first video. A little bit excited, a little bit nervous, as you can probably tell. We're used to doing this in front of children, not in front of a screen. So we have a helper who is going to help us sing our songs and is also hopefully going to do really good listening at story time. And his name is Peter. And here he is. Can you say hello, boys and girls?
Hello, boys and girls.
So Peter is going to help us sing some songs to start with. So what do you think? Shall Peter have a little look inside our bag and see what we've got for our first nursery rhyme? Are you ready, Peter?
Yes.
Do you think you can dive in
with these hands
and choose what's going to be our first song? Careful, careful. What's he got? Don't know if you can see what this is, children. It's a bit tricky actually, isn't it? I think it's a little sheep. And what colour is the sheep?
Black.
It's a little black sheep. Who knows a nursery rhyme about a little black sheep? Do you think we can all sing it together? I think Peter's going to join in. Right, are you ready? I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3. Ba ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Thank you, said the master, thank you, said the dame. Thank you, said the little girl who lives down the lane. Well done, very good singing. I hope you were singing along at home. So, shall we have a look, see what else we've got next? Right, Peter, have a look. See what you can find. Ready, steady, go. Can you find anything?
Yes.
Do you need some help? Oh, well done. Right. Right then, boys and girls, if you're at home, who are you watching with? Mummies, daddies? What song do you think this one's for? It's a red bus. So, wheels on the bus? Okay, should we count us in? Ready? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. Right, Peter,
yes.
Let's whisper. What should we do next?
Wipers.
Okay, ready? The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish all day long. I think we've got time for another one, Peter. Let's have a listen.
Horn.
Ooh, horns. What noise do the horns make? Beep, beep. Yeah, that's right. Are you ready? The horns on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep all day long. Right, one more. What should we do?
Babies.
The babies.
Babies.
Oh, right. What noise do the babies make? Are you ready? The babies on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus go wah, wah, wah all day long. Well done, everybody. Right then, we will move into story time next. So that was some really good singing, everybody. Now we're going to move into story time. You might notice Peter has moved. He's all ready. He's sitting nicely and he's getting ready. You might also notice that Peter is sitting next to something. Can you see? What kind of animal have we got sat here? It's a sheep. Peter's got his very own sheep all ready for our story. And guess what? I found one too. He's going to sit with me and listen to my story. Now, I was wondering if you had any sheep in your house. Maybe you've got a cuddly sheep like Peter, or maybe you've got some farm animal sheep like I have. I wondered whether you would like to go and find one so that you can listen to the story and have it with you. Maybe you could ask your mummy or your daddy or your grown-up to pause the video and you can run off and find one. If you don't have a sheep, don't worry. Maybe you could grab your favourite teddy or your favourite dolly instead. Okay, go on then, off you go. Okay, did you find one? Amazing, well done. So today we are looking at a story all about sheep, and it's called The Lost Sheep. There we go, that's the front cover. So we're looking at this story that Jesus told, and it helps us understand what God is like. Whilst you're listening to the story, maybe you could imagine, maybe you can think that we are the sheep and God is like the farmer in the story. I know it's quite tricky sometimes to imagine it and pretend, but see if you can. Right, you ready? Here we go. Peter, are you doing good sitting? Have you got your ears open, ready? Excellent. Are you ready? You sat down, are you listening? The Lost Sheep, and keep your eyes open because there's going to be some pictures on the screen. So, here we go. Here is a farmer. He has 100 sheep. He is counting them. It's going to take a long time, isn't it, to count all those sheep? One of his sheep is missing. Oh dear. Where has it gone? Is it in the hen house? No. Is it behind the haystack? No. Is it under the hedge? No. It is lost. All day the farmer looks for his sheep. Can you look for your sheep? Look for your sheep. He climbs up hills and scrambles over rocks. He crawls through bramble bushes. The thorns scratch him, but he will not give up. He is tired and hungry. His feet ache, but he will not give up. At last, the farmer spots his sheep. It's fallen in the river. Uh-oh. What do you think, Peter? Is he okay? Is the sheep okay? Let's find out. The farmer dives into the water. Splash! He rescues the sheep. Oh, look, what's Peter found? He's found a sheep. Well done, Peter. Have you got him? Super, well done. Hooray! The farmer has found his sheep. Let's all have a party. Jesus says, God is like the farmer. He loves us just like the farmer loves his sheep. So that's the end of the story. Isn't it fantastic how God loves us? He loves us so much, more than we can understand. And no matter how far we feel from God, he will always come and find us and always bring us back closer to him. Isn't that an amazing thought? Something that it's tricky to remember at times if we're feeling sad or if we're feeling scared. Then we don't always think that God is with us in those times, but He is. He's with us all the time, and He will always love us. Right then, story time is over. Thank you, Peter, for your help. Thank you, sheep, for sitting still. We are going to do some making next. Okay, so we are back with craft time, and I've got Sam here with me, who is going to make our own sheep, because the story we've just heard was all about the lost sheep. So we thought this week it would be a good idea, and a fun idea hopefully, to make our own sheep. So Sam is going to show us what he's got and what he's going to do.
I've got my sheep shape. We can either make this available if you want this one, or maybe your mummy or daddy or grown-up can draw you a sheep outline. I'm going to use good old-fashioned cotton wool to make my sheep nice and fluffy.
Okay, super. So Sam's going to make that whilst we have a quick think and a quick chat about the story. So, the lost sheep. So, how do you think the farmer felt when he lost his sheep? Have a chat with your mummies and daddies. How do you think the farmer felt when he lost his sheep? That's right, he felt really sad. He was sad when he lost the sheep. Can you show me your sad faces? Honestly, if our youngest daughter was here right now, her sad face would make everybody laugh. It's a good one.
It's a good sad face.
Brilliant, okay. So, and how do you think the farmer was feeling when he found his sheep again? That's right, he was happy. He was so happy when he found his sheep. So this is also like how God feels. So when we are far away from God, God is really sad. But when we are close to God, He's happy. So 2 of the ways we can be close to God are by reading our Bibles and by praying. So we've just done one of those ways, because when I read you the story of the lost sheep, that story is actually from the Bible, and it can be found in the book of Luke, chapter 15. Maybe if you have a Bible at home, you could see if you could find it with your mummies or daddies, or a grandparent maybe. I think Sam's finished his sheep. Shall we have a look? Even got a bit of colour on there as well.
Little fluffy nose.
Brilliant. Well done, Sam.
Thank you.
We would love to see any sheep that you fancy making. Maybe you could draw a sheep, or you could get your paints out, do some painting of a sheep. You could do collage. You could go outside and do chalk on the floor. You could get the Play-Doh out and make a Play-Doh sheep. We would love it if mummies or daddies could maybe take a photo so we could have a look and maybe send it on to us. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Before we move on, our 2 girls, they were busy making sheep today, and we thought we'd show you what our girls came up with. So our youngest decided to draw a sheep, cut it out herself, decorate it with a whole host of smiley faces, because who doesn't love a smiley face, and turn it into a puppet. So that's one idea. You could make a puppet sheep.
Oh.
Our eldest, a little bit busy with the cutting. Again, let's get it in camera.
Lovely grey felt. Lovely.
Yeah, she wanted to get close to a sheep, so she got the grey felt out and gave it some black feet. You could also use white tissue paper. You don't have to use cotton wool or grey. You can use any colours you like. There we go. So that's those. So now we're going to move on to another way that we can feel close to God, is by praying. So someone is coming back to help us. Who do you think it is? You can see his hair. Peter's back. Peter is going to help us pray. So when we're praying, we've talked about this at church a little bit, haven't we, Sunbeams? So when we're praying, it's a good idea to get our bodies and to get our heads ready for praying. Now I'm wondering if anybody can remember what we do. If you can remember, tell the people in your house now, and let's see who can get it right. Who can remember? So, Peter.
Yes.
Now we can do a couple of things, and you don't have to do them. It can just help get you concentrating and get you focusing on God. So, with our head, we could close our eyes.
I can't.
Peter's going to find that one a little bit difficult. So, maybe Peter might choose to bow his head. And that way, when you bow your head or close your eyes, you're zoning out on all the distractions around you. And then, what do we do with our hands? We don't sit and twist them around, really, do we? We're not really concentrating if we do that. So we can do two things with our hands. We can either put them out in front of us, ready to receive from God, or lots of you will do this, won't we? This is what we normally do. So we put our hands together and we close our eyes, and I'm going to say a little prayer for you all. So you choose how you want to get comfy. You can put your hands out, you can bow your head, close your eyes. Right, are we ready? So, dear God, thank you that you are like the farmer in our story and will always come and look for us when we are far away. Thank you that you are always our friend. Thank you that you love us and will always look after us. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Well done, Peter. I hope you did big amens at home with your mummies and daddies. So, I've got a little challenge for you all. I don't know who fancies a challenge. Your challenge for the next few days is, let's get this in shot. I wonder how many things you can say thank you to God for in the next week. So maybe some of you will go to nursery or preschool. Some of you watching may even go to big school now. Maybe there are some things that you can say thank you to God for. I'm going to ask Peter. I'm going to put Peter on the spot. Peter, what would you say thank you to God for?
Family.
Family, that's a lovely one, isn't it? And I'm sure we'd all like to say thank you to God for our family. Sam, what would you choose to say thank you to God for?
Families, well, our girls.
Girls, absolutely. Our two girls who are somewhere quiet now. They're being very good. So I would say thank you to God for our lovely warm house that we live in. I'd say thank you for shelter, for a roof over our head, because not everybody is fortunate enough to have that, are they? So have a think, have a talk with mummies, daddies, grandparents, brothers, sisters, anybody you can think of, and see how many things you can say thank you to God for. Maybe you can let us know. And we will be back next week.
Yep.
With a new story, some new nursery rhymes, new prayers, and a new craft, hopefully. Maybe Peter will get involved with the next one. Okay, have a lovely week. Take care.